The Court. Lieutenant Lenk, you are now on the public address system in the courtroom. You are being called as a witness by Attorney Buting on behalf of the defendant. Is that correct, Mr. Buting? Attorney Buting. Yes, it is, Your Honour. The Court. Before we begin, Mr. Lenk, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Do you have it raised? The witness. Yes. Lieutenant James M. Lenk, called as a witness herein, having been first duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. The Court. Please state your name and spell your last name for the record, please. The witness. James M. Lenk, L-E-N-K. The Court. All right. Mr. Buting, you may proceed. You may have to sit to make sure you are close enough to the microphone so he can hear you. Attorney Buting. All right. Can you hear me, Lieutenant? The witness. Yes, I can. Direct examination by Attorney Buting. Question. All right. How long have you been a police officer? Answer. Total. Question. Yes. Answer. Approximately 24 years. Question. And have you been, or are you, a detective rank? Answer. Yes, I am. Question. And how long has that been? Answer. Approximately 5 years. Question. And your present rank is what? Answer. Lieutenant. Question. And in the hierarchy of the Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, how many officers are above you in rank? Answer. There would be 4. Question. That would be the sheriff himself? Answer. Yes. Question. And what 3 other, and the Inspector Herman? Answer. Yes. Question. And then 2 deputy inspectors? Answer. That's correct. Question. So you are the 4th highest ranking officer at the department? Answer. Yes. Question. And was that also true on November 5th, 2005? Answer. Yes. Question. Now, I assume as part of your training and experience, you have learned how to go about executing search warrants, right? Answer. Yes. Question. And can you tell me approximately how many search warrants you have executed or participated in the execution of? Answer. That would be hard to say. Probably a couple of dozen. It would be hard to say. Question. Only a couple of dozen search warrants in your whole career? Answer. In the whole career? Oh, probably, I don't know, 30 or 40. Question. Okay. Answer. It's hard to tell. Question. And have you had any training or on-the-job type training that tells you how you are supposed to go legally executing a warrant? Answer. Just the training through the academy and while on the job. Question. So you learnt about no knocks and whether you can just break in or whether you have to knock first and all of that? Answer. Correct. Question. Now, how did you first become involved in the Teresa Hallbuck matter? Answer. I first became involved on November 4th when we received a call to assist on doing an interview on the Avery location by the Calumet County Sheriff's Department. The Court. Excuse me, Mr. Lenk. I'm going to have to interrupt you a second here because I intended, before you began your testimony, to have a personal discussion with the defendant, and I believe, counsel, you discussed this matter with your client? Attorney Buting. That's correct, Judge. The Court. Mr. Avery, your attorneys discussed this with me yesterday and informed me that they talked to you about this, but do you understand that if you wished, you may well have the right to have Mr. Lenk testify at this hearing in person instead of by telephone? Do you understand that? The defendant. Yes, I do. The Court. If that happened, you would not only be able to hear what he had to say, but you would also be able to observe his demeanour on the witness stand. Do you understand that? The defendant. Yes, I do. The Court. Have you had adequate opportunity to discuss with your attorneys your right to require Mr. Lenk to appear here in person today as opposed to by telephone? The Defendant. Yes, I did. The Court. Do you wish any more time to discuss this matter with your attorneys? The Defendant. No, this is good. The Court. Okay. And for the purpose of this hearing only, that is, not any future proceedings or certainly a trial, do you have any objection to the Court allowing Mr. Lenk to testify and be cross-examined by telephone rather than appearing in person? The Defendant. No, I don't. The Court. Very well. That applies to the testimony he's given thus far? The Defendant. Yes, it does. The Court. The Court is satisfied that Mr. Avery is willing to cooperate with this procedure, and I have already been informed by counsel that neither counsel objects. Is that correct, counsel? Attorney Fallon. That is correct. The Court. It's probably been implicit in the fact that we made arrangements for this telephone conversation, but it should be placed on the record as well. And, Mr. Buting, since he's your witness, you have no objection to the witness appearing by phone. Attorney Buting. That's correct, Judge. We preferred his personal appearance, but he had plans that were important enough out of state that we agreed to arrange this by phone. The Court. Very well. All right. You may proceed with your examination. Question by Attorney Buting. Lieutenant, you mentioned November 4th, but I want to direct your attention to November 3rd, which is actually Thursday night. Do you recall being advised at that time about the Teresa Hallbuck missing person complaint? Answer. Yes, I believed our detective unit was called and advised there was a missing, that they needed assistance. Question. And was it Sergeant Colburn who contacted you about this, or who did you speak with first? Answer. I don't recall who I spoke with first. Question. But at some point, did you place a call to Calumet yourself and speak to Investor Wiegert? Answer. I don't believe I did. I believe it might have been Detective Remiker that did that. Question. And at what point did you learn that Stephen Avery's name had come up in this matter? Answer. I'm not sure if it was the 3rd or the 4th that he'd been interviewed regarding this matter. Question. And you learned that, or did you learn that Sergeant Colburn had actually gone out to his residence and spoken with him about any knowledge he had regarding Teresa Hallbuck? Answer. Yes. I learned later, I think it was possibly the 4th, that he had already interviewed Mr. Avery. Question. And actually, you had a meeting on November 3rd with Detective Remiker and Investigator Dietering from Calumet County, did you not? Answer. Yes. I believe it was up in our detective unit. Question. Now, from that point forward, were you the lead supervising officer with regards to Manitowoc County's involvement in the request for assistance from Calumet on this missing person complaint? Answer. At that time, I would have been the lead officer, yeah. Question. Okay. And so you would be kept informed by Detective Remiker or others, Sergeant Colburn, as to what was going on? Answer. Yes. Question. And you would assign officers to work on the matter? Answer. Yes. I would have assigned officers to assist Calumet County. Question. Now, on the following day, November 4th, were you asked to go to Stephen Avery's house or trailer? Answer. I believe I received a call from Calumet County asking if we'd go out and re-interview Mr. Avery. Question. And this would have been the second interview because Sergeant Colburn had spoken to him the prior night? Answer. Correct. Question. And at whose request was that made? Somebody from Calumet County, you said, right? Answer. Yes, sir. Question. Do you know who that was? Answer. I don't recall. It may have been Detective Wiegert, but I'm not totally positive. Question. And did you go to Stephen Avery's property? Answer. Yes. I went along with Detective Remiker to his property. Question. Do you remember what time? Answer. I don't recall offhand. I believe it was in the afternoon, but I don't recall. Question. Could have been 10:30 in the morning? Answer. Like I said, I'm not sure what time it was. Question. Okay, but there was only one time on that day, November 4th, when you went over to Stephen Avery's residence. Is that right? Answer. That's correct. Question. And did you? You didn't have a warrant at that point, I assume. Answer. No, sir. Question. Did you speak with Mr. Avery? Answer. Yes, we did. Question. Did you ask permission to look through his trailer? Answer. Yes. I believe Detective Remiker asked him towards the end of the interview if he would let us look through his trailer. Question. And did he agree with that? Answer. Yes, he did. Question. Was he cooperative? Answer. Yes, he was. Question. And did you actually enter the trailer? Answer. Yes, we did. Question. So both you and Detective Remiker? Answer. That's correct. Question. And did you walk through the whole trailer? Answer. Detective Remiker walked through the trailer. I stood in the living room with Mr. Avery. Question. Did you walk back to the bedroom at all? Answer. No, sir. Question. Did Mr. Avery try to prevent yourself or Detective Remiker from going in any particular area of the trailer? Answer. No, sir. Question. And did you find anything that would indicate that Teresa had ever been in the trailer? Answer. Not at that time. No, sir. Question. And then you left the residence. Did you go into any other buildings at that time? Answer. No, sir. We left and thanked him for his cooperation. Question. Didn't go into the garage? Answer. I don't believe so. I think we just went into the trailer. Question. And did you have any other investigation or involvement with the investigation on that Friday? Answer. No, sir. Question. Did you ever have any phone conversations with any volunteer citizens who wanted to help search for Teresa or her vehicle? Answer. No, sir. Question. On any day? Answer. No, sir. Question. Are you aware whether or not anyone in your department had conversations with any volunteer citizens who wished to help search for Teresa or her vehicle? Answer. I'm not aware of any, no. Question. Now, turning your attention to November 5th, Saturday, were you on duty on that day? Answer. No, sir. Question. Did you receive a call from somebody that told you that they believed that Teresa's vehicle had been located on the Avery property somewhere? Answer. Yeah, I received a call from Detective Remiker, who was on duty, and he gave me that information. Question. And where were you at the time of that call? Answer. I was actually looking at an RV in Manisha County. Sorry, correction, no county. Question. Okay. And did you then place yourself on duty and come in? Answer. I informed him that I would be coming back and that I would be coming out to that location. Question. And did you, in fact, arrive at the Avery property? Answer. Yes. Question. Do you know what time? Answer. I'm not sure of the exact time. Somewhere 6:30 or 7 that evening. I'm not positive. Question. Do you know whether a search warrant had been issued already? Answer. I don't know. I don't think so at that time, but I'm not positive. Question. Did you see the RAV4 Toyota vehicle on the property? Answer. No, I didn't. Question. Did you go down to the area where it had been located? Answer. I went down there with another officer. He showed me the location where it was, but I didn't really see it. I mean, from what I seen, It was getting dark and it was hidden, but I didn't get a good look at it. Question. Did it look like there was a tarp on it at that time or not? Answer. I don't recall. I don't believe so, but I don't really recall. Question. In any event, you didn't walk up to it? Answer. No, sir. Question. At what time were you advised that your department had turned over the investigative authority to Calumet County? Answer. Shortly after I arrived, I received that information. Question. You never got a call about that earlier? Answer. No. Question. And you didn't have any role in the search warrant that was obtained? Answer. No, sir. Question. All right. Now, on the evening of November 5th, did you participate in a search of Stephen Avery's trailer? Answer. Yes, I did. Question. And this was about 7:30, I believe? Answer. Approximately, yes. Question. Were you also with Sergeant Colburn? Answer. Yes, I was. Question. And was there anyone else with you when you entered the trailer? Answer. Detective Remiker and Sergeant Tyson from Calumet County. Question. So 4 officers went into his residence to execute the search warrant? Answer. Yes. Question. And 3 of whom were from Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, is that right? Answer. Correct. Question. And do you know how long you were searching his trailer? Answer. I think it was approximately 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours. Question. All right. Now, can you describe for me how many rooms there are in the trailer? Answer. As you walk in, there's a living room area. If you turn to your left and go down the hall, there is a bedroom on the right. If you go down a little farther, it is the bathroom area. After the bathroom area is the final bedroom, Mr. Avery's bedroom. If you come in the front door and go to the right, there is a small like kitchenette and the kitchen area. Question. So it's a relatively small residence. Would that be fair to say? Answer. Yes. Question. And the 4 of you were in there for about 2.5 hours, right? Answer. Approximately, yes. Question. And you seized a number of items during that search? Answer. Yes. Question. Including bedding and photographs and handcuffs, do you recall that? Answer. I believe so, yes, sir. Question. Okay, and then all 4 of you left the trailer at what would have been about 10 o'clock? Answer. I would, yeah, around 10 o'clock, I think it was. Question. And then what area of the trailer were you searching in, personally? Answer. I searched the part of the master bedroom, which would have been Mr. Avery's bedroom, consisting of a dresser and a walk-in closet. I believe I even looked under the bed and things like that. That was the extent of my searching that room. Question. Did all 4 officers go in together in a room and search all together, or were you spread out, some in one area, some in the other? Answer. It's my recollection that we tried to stay at least 2 people in a location. There may have been a time when an officer may have split off from another officer for a few minutes, but generally speaking, we pretty much stayed together. Question. And so was it you and Sergeant Colburn that were generally together during this search? Attorney Fallon. Objection. Relevance to this particular point? The Court. Mr. Buting. Attorney Buting. It's really just foundational. The subsequent witnesses will testify. The Court. The issue here is just the multiple execution of the search warrant, right? Attorney Buting. Right. The Court. How is what was found at any particular time going to be relevant or significant for this motion? Attorney Buting. It goes to when the search was executed, when the warrant was completed, or the search was completed, and I think that's going to be ultimately a legal question. But we need to lay a little bit of a factual foundation. The Court. All right, I'll allow it. Question by Attorney Buting. So, when you were Lieutenant Lenk, When you were searching and paired off into two, were you generally with Sergeant Colburn or with somebody else? Answer: we were with different people at different times in Mr. Avery's bedroom. I was primarily with Detective Remiker and searching with him because of the volume of stuff that we were looking at. Other times, in other rooms, it all depended on who was available to assist. Question: all right. But in general, you searched during that 2.5 hours. You were able to search the four of you: Mr. Avery's bedroom, the other bedroom, the living room, bathroom, and kitchen area. Is that right? Answer: correct. And so, question: and so when you left that evening, you had seized everything you could find that was of any evidentiary value, right? Answer: yes, at that time. Attorney Fallon: objection. Leading the witness, also conclusory. Question by Attorney Buting: well, did you in fact? The Court: just a minute. On the form of the question, I will sustain the objection. Question by Attorney Buting: when you left that evening, did you believe you had seized everything of evidentiary value? Answer: at that time, yes. Question: okay. Now, the next morning you returned to the Avery salvage property, did you not? Answer: yes. Question: do you recall about what time? Answer: I think it was around 8 o'clock in the morning. Question: and let me ask you, how were you assigned? I'm going to go back a minute to the November 5th evening search. How was it that you were assigned to participate in that search, or were you doing the assigning? Answer: I was not assigning at any time. We were asked by Calumet County after they decided to take the case if we would assist them because they had very short manpower, and we volunteered to assist them. Question: so you volunteered to be one of the officers who searched Stephen Avery's residence? Answer: yes, sir. Question: and as far as you know, was that also true of Sergeant Colburn? Answer: yes, and Detective Remiker. Question: okay. And so when you returned on the 6th, going back to the 5th for a second, you had not yet had time by 10 o'clock at night to do a thorough search of the garage, the detached garage that was next to Mr. Avery's trailer. Is that right? Answer: correct. Question: so did you do that the next morning when you arrived? Answer: I believe we searched the garage. Question: and were you? Answer: I don't know if it was. I believe it was the next morning, yes. Question: and were you also paired with Sergeant Colburn, Detective Remiker again? Answer: yes, and Deputy Kachowski from Calumet County. Question: okay. And can you give me an estimate of the size of that garage? How many, like 20 feet by 15 or something, or what? Answer: boy, it was a 2-car garage, whatever a standard 2-car garage would be, about that size. Question: and do you know about how long you were searching the garage that morning? Answer: I don't recall how long it was. Hour, 2, I'm not sure. Question: if I told you that you entered at 8 a.m. and left at 9:47 a.m., would that fit with your recollection? Answer: that would be about right. Question: so were all 4 officers in the garage during that entire time? Answer: yes. Question: and you searched very thoroughly? Answer: yes, we tried to. Question: and you seized anything that you thought was of evidentiary value in that garage? Answer: at that time, yes. Question: and when you all left at 9:47 a.m., it was your understanding or belief that you had seized anything that had evidentiary value from that garage. Is that correct? Or is that correct? Answer: that's correct. Question: now, after you finished the search of the garage, you didn't go back into Mr. Avery's residence immediately, did you? The trailer? Answer: no, I don't believe so. That was a while after that. Question: okay. A couple hours later, were you asked to go back into Mr. Avery's trailer? Answer: Yeah. Our team leader at the time, Deputy Kachalski, received information that we should go back into the trailer of the unit. Question: And was it for a specific purpose? Answer: We were told to go back and collect weapons, a vacuum cleaner, and bedding from the spare bedroom in the trailer. Question: So 3 specific types of items you were asked to go back and retrieve, right? Answer: Yes. Question: Do you know who gave that order? Answer: I don't know. Question: So once again you entered Mr. Avery's trailer along with Sergeant Colburn? Answer: Yes. Deputy Remiker, I believe, was there also, and Deputy Kachalski. Question: And if I said that you entered at 12:25 p.m. and left at 12:48 p.m., would that fit with your recollection? Answer: Yes, that would be about right. Question: And you did, in fact, seize a number of firearms or rifles, I believe, from the residence? Answer: Yes. Question: In fact, from Mr. Avery's bedroom, correct? Answer: Correct. Question: And did you actually go into the bedroom yourself? Answer: I don't know who actually took the firearms. I believe it was Deputy Kachalski who actually took the firearms. It wouldn't surprise me if I was actually back in the bedroom with him. Question: So that was at least the second time when you had been in his bedroom? Answer: Right. Question: And did you do any more searches of Mr. Stephen Avery's trailer or garage on that day, November 6? Answer: Not that I recall, no. Question: The next day, November 7th, which would be a Monday, did you again have an opportunity to go into Mr. Stephen Avery's trailer? Answer: Yes, we did. Question: Was that once again with Sergeant Colburn? Answer: Yes. This time we were also with Sergeant Tyson from Calumet County. Question: And did you go in there because you were instructed to do something in particular? Answer: Sergeant Tyson had received information from his superiors to go in there and get the serial numbers and things off the computer. Question: So there was, again, one specific reason that you were told to go back in, and that was to retrieve the actual serial number of the computer in his trailer. Is that right? Answer: Correct. Question: And if I told you that you entered at 9:57 a.m. and exited at 10:04 a.m., would that fit with your recollection? Answer: That would be right. Question: Do you have any recollection of going into Mr. Stephen Avery's trailer or garage again later on that date? Answer: No, sir. I don't recall that. Question: The next day, November 8th, this would be a Tuesday, do you recall, again, going into Stephen Avery's trailer with Sergeant Colburn? Answer: Yes. We went in with Deputy Kachalski, who was in charge. Question: And Sergeant Colburn and yourself? Answer: Correct. Question: And this was now the 5th time that you had been inside Mr. Avery's trailer, the 4th time since the search warrant was obtained. Is that right? Answer: Correct. Question: And do you remember the time when you entered and exited? Answer: On the 8th. Question: Correct. Answer: I believe it was somewhere around 8:30 in the morning. We left around 12:15. Question: So if I said 8:25 entered and exited at 12:18, would that fit? Answer: That would be about right, yes. Question: Okay. And you were once again searching in Mr. Avery's bedroom on this occasion? Answer: Correct. Question: So this was at least the 3rd time you had been inside Mr. Avery's bedroom? Answer: I believe so. Question: And to your knowledge, the 4th time the officer had been in his bedroom, including Detective Remiker, on the November 4th consensual search, right? Answer: Correct. Question: And it was only at the very end of this search that you found something in his bedroom of interest? Answer. Actually, we were searching. Primarily, we were sent there to pick up any pornography materials, to retrieve the computer and related items. And I believe there were some swabs that needed to be taken of some blood spots that were found in the bathroom by the State Crime Lab. Question. And did you also find a key? Answer. Yes, I observed a key. Question. And I'm not going to go into the details of that. You testified at the preliminary hearing, or no, actually you didn't. But is that the key was found by you initially, correct? Answer. I saw the key first, yes. Question. And it was sitting in plain view on the floor next to the cabinet, is that right? Answer. Yes, next to the back corner of the cabinet. Question. Now, also on that same day, after completing the search of the Stephen Avery's trailer, did you also go back into his garage? Answer. Yes, we did. Question. And that was once again you and Sergeant Colburn, correct? Answer. And Deputy Kucharski. Question. Okay. And if I said that you entered at 12:19 p.m. and exited at 12:45 p.m., would that fit with your recollection? Answer. Yes, sir. Question. And your answer to that was? Answer. Yes, we exited about 12:45. Question. Okay. So that was your second search of the garage, correct? Answer. That is correct. Question. Now on the next day, November 9th, in the morning, which would now be Wednesday, did you once again go into Mr. Avery's residence, the trailer, with Sergeant Colburn? Answer. I don't recall the 9th, no. Question. Do you have the Manitowoc report with you? Answer. Yes. Question. Do you recall going into the Stephen Avery garage or trailer at all on November 9th? Answer. Not that I recall. Question. If there were Calumet County officers' reports that indicated that you and Sergeant Colburn and Calumet County Deputy Wendling went into the garage on November 9th looking for a garage door opener and things, would that fit with your recollection? Answer. Yes. If it's in their report, then it probably occurred. Question. And if I said that you entered at 10:39 a.m. on November 9th, this is in the trailer we're talking about, and left at 10:59 a.m., there for about 20 minutes looking for a garage door opener and gloves, things like that, would that fit with your recollection? Answer. Yes. If that's in the report, yes. Attorney Fallon, if counsel is willing to stipulate to facilitate that my review of the records likewise indicate an entry 10:39 to 10:59, which was interrupted by the arrival of a locksmith. They left the residence to attend to the need of the locksmith and then resumed between 11:40 and 11:50 to complete. I would be willing to stipulate to those facts to facilitate the continued questioning. Attorney Buting, that's fine. The Court, all right. The Court will accept that stipulation. Question by Attorney Buting. So then, on November 9th, then that was your fifth and sixth entry of Mr. Avery's trailer, after the warrant had been obtained. Is that correct? Answer. Yes, it would be. The Court, was this the garage or the trailer? Attorney Buting, this is the trailer. The Court, okay. Question by Attorney Buting. So a total of 6 different times that you entered and left Mr. Avery's trailer on the authority of that first search warrant, correct? Answer. Yes. Assisting Calumet County, yes. Question. Okay. And finally, there was a third search of the garage also on that day, in which you entered with Sergeant Colburn at 11:51 a.m., left the garage at 12:10 p.m. Answer. This is on the 9th? Question. On the 9th, yes. Answer. If that's in the report, yes, that's what's happened. Attorney Buting, do you have that, counsel? Can we stipulate to that? Attorney Fallon, I have them in the garage. 11:51 to 12:10, so that's fine. Attorney Buting, okay. Question by Attorney Buting. So that would be your third search of the garage, Mr. Avery's garage? Correct? Answer, correct. Now going back just for 1 minute to November 5th, at around 6:30 p.m, were you, in fact, giving orders or directions to officers as to which buildings to search? Answer, I don't know. I don't believe it was an order. It was more of a suggestion. We were looking at different buildings. I think it was a suggestion to go to a building. Question. And so, do you recollect telling an investigator named Gary Steer and Sergeant Bill Tyson from the Calumet County Sheriff's Office to check specific trailers and outbuildings in the Avery salvage yard? Answer. As I said, it was more of a suggestion that they check a couple of buildings on that date. Question. And were you aware at that time that the investigation had already been turned over to Calumet County? Answer. Yes, sir. Question. All right. So, just to summarise and make sure the record is clear, then, between November 4th, when you went in on the consent search to Mr. Avery's trailer, and about midday on November 9th, you were actually in Stephen Avery's trailer 7 different times. Answer. That sounds about right. Question. And 6 of those were on the execution of the one warrant. Answer. I'm not sure of how many warrants. Like I said, I didn't get the warrants. Question. Okay. And during that same time period, you were also in Mr. Avery's garage 3 times. Answer. Yes. Question. On the warrant? Answer. On some warrant, yes. Attorney Buting. All right. I have no further questions at this time. The Court. Very well. Mr. Fallon? The defendant. Thank you, Judge.